Hey guys, we're here playing Hosbioid ETF, and we're up against Max. So this is a fairly basic Glacier deck. The only new thing we have is Breaker Bakerid in here, which is quite a nice little card. Actually, let's put the next here. We'll put the Architect here. Yeah. Indecisive about this, but that's how we want to do it. Then we can play all three cards out next, and we can put the maybe get our IQ res on the cheap. Be pretty exciting. And the big code gate is a good remote ice because it's something he may have a hard time breaking. So we see a pretty passive opening, which is about the same as what I had before. Just getting set up for the mid game. So we're 100% gonna get our Eve campaign in here. And he has to think if we're going to rush an agenda or not on him. So this card, I'm really excited about it for Hosbioid because we have a lot of things that go in servers and cost money to res. Imp, get out of there. Architect, gonna run an Architect? We're gonna res it. Ash, Tollbooth, Vitruvius, Architect, and Next Bronze. We want the... I think we'll let him have the Ash. We're going to install the Architect. And you may as well install from our HQ this Caprice just to have the extra bit of tempo there. So let him imp the Ash, and then we're going to draw Tollbooth. Vitruvius is coming up soon after that. Well, he pays credits to trash it. Yeah, that's probably fine. We have no cards in our HQ, so we're going to let him in here. A little bit of a derp on his part. So we're going to get $5 of value from this grid right away. That's really good. Like, this card is already worth $7. That's really good. I'm so happy with this. We're going to install our Tollbooth so we don't lose it. Put it over the remote and click for credits. You got to pay one for the ice. So we can now roll this Eve down. We're going to have a free Caprice on top of that. You know what? Let's do it right now before Queen's Gambit comes in. So this is a really strong econ card, and it's still here. So if the Eve times out, we can put an Ash in there later. $2 more. We can put whatever else we want to put in there. We could play a Cyberdex Virus Suite. That could be pretty relevant this matchup. There's a Vitruvius. Let's draw a card into our next bronze. We'll install that. We'll draw another card, get the Jackson. Now we can fill our hand up. Send our Ash back into the deck. I need to lock the archives down for the sucker spam. Gets his KDO, that's what he wants. Actually, let's pull up his archives right now so we can see what he's throwing away. Looks like he's on a regular deck. Reg MaxX. Put out our Jackson. And the Eli is going to resist Parasite quite nicely. We can shuffle back Hedge and Ash. That's a pretty good shuffle. Just bring this up, 10 on it. This Eve will sit for a long time. He's going to go kill this. We're just going to shuffle. Those are two cards you're going to want to see. Speak of the devil, there is Ash. I'm actually not going to put him in the server just yet. Actually, you might want him on somewhere else, depending what they come up with. This next gold is... it could be good. If he's playing Mimic, we just need to purge him at the right time. We do play a Cyberdex Virus Suite we could pop. Maybe catch him off guard. It's below David range. He's already pitched one Grimoire as well, so he's not likely to be able to get his sucker out at instant speed with a token on it. So he has $16, but 9 more in Katie, but no breakers whatsoever. We're going to see if we can convert that into effective running. Okay, there's the next. Another agenda comes into the hand. Not one we really want. I don't mind purging this turn just to... I don't know. Let's either purge or install more next ice. They're going to die to parasites, but he only has so many parasites. No, let's just let's purge this turn, making the world safe for our imps, and bring up way a sucker token as well. He'll have a hard time. He'll have to pay to get it back. Snatch and grab is not really good right now, despite this juicy Katie. He's got just too much money on the Katie, or on his bank. Thought about putting snatch and grab in, but I think it's just not consistent enough. Pitches a Yogg, which could go well for him or not. I guess we're gonna keep building up our remote and I think do nothing. We're in good shape to score a 5-3 as soon as we draw one. If not, we'll just put the Vitruvius out and can probably even over advance it depending what we want to do. Over advancing it is reasonable if you want to get your Caprice back later or get the Cyberdex Virus Suite back. So he's going to be faced with a bunch of next ice that are cheap, but will tax his Parasite Recursion, and he kind of needs his clone chip for his breakers. So he does jack out. He's going to play another Parasite on it, sure. Install Eli, which is a very good ice to have. And you know what? We're going to put a third ice here, because we are going to have a little bit of a backlog in the HQ when we're trying to get these out the door. So he's now on 30. He doesn't have a vamp in there, then we're going to be happy. There's the Queen's Gambit. That's why we res the Caprice early, because you got to watch out for Anarchs in Queen's Gambit. It is a thing. He's going to run, he's going to not run. Yeah, we would have actually... Huh. Is it worth 8 to trash Corroder and do 1 net damage? Probably. Yeah. Let's trash the... Yeah, I think it's going to be the corroder. Well, no, the data sucker is actually pretty great to get rid of. Hit a deja vu, that's pretty nice. I mean, he can get it back with his third deja vu he might have, we're not sure. I will res this. Whatever it is, it's peace finding a clone chip. So he's going to need to find his third clone chip to get a sucker back. Mimics out, he's going to get an access. For one look, I just don't care. Though the deck is pretty full of agendas. There's still 7 and 29. Pays 5 for the Eve. Whew. Well, it's certainly good that we preferred his imp there, because that would have been a free trash for him. I don't know if paying 5 is right for that. Thing is, like, we draw another Eve. Like, regardless of what it is, we still... Runs the archives. I'll let him see it. He might have the retrieval run. And he's probing to see if he can use it or not. Or he's hoping I'll just res for no real reason to keep him out. I'm not sure. He's going to be able to scavenge it into his breaker. Or data sucker, or medium, whatever he needs. Pro the imp. Just wants another imp. I mean, imp is good, but it's not what he needs right now. He needs a way to not get blown up by this next gold. Oh, he's going to parasite with his third parasite. But he has no MU. Yeah, I should have just scavenged it right for parasite in the first place. Both grimoires are down there. Okay, he plays the third Deja for the grimoire. So now he's out of Dejas. Just important information. I'm not going to over advance. I'm just going to install another card this turn. That way we get a advancement dollar for installing. There's nothing really in our deck right now that we need in the archives. Like, we could advance once more than you're paying an action in a dollar to get a hedge fund, which is not very exciting. I guess he wants to stomp down the Eve campaign if we play it in the unprotected remote. Which I guess is fair. Because that E campaign would be great for us if he had to pay 5 for it. He's still doing well for cash, but not able to really get in. Gets his third clone ship. Good for him, because he's almost out of cards. So we can get a sucker if he needs it. With a token on it, which will allow him to... Yeah, we'll res Eli here. Okay, we draw Director Haas. We don't really want her right now. I think we'll score the NAPD or start scoring it. In our death server, and we'll just click for money. The booth is very expensive for him to deal with. Minimum of 3 to get his David, and then 3 more to pay the toll. It's gonna click through to get his sucker token. 2 sucker tokens. Yeah. Guess he's gonna think to go to R&D once he can kill the next gold parasite. I think it still remains to be seen whether this was right or not. Or he just wants to... Oh, no, what's going on? Stim hacking in my remote. Okay. Well. Probably pay 11 for these, and then we can still bid. I think that's better than bringing this up at 4 strength for 4 and not bidding. This is a good stim hack from him. What did he do here? Yeah, he shouldn't be adjusting his credits. So we're going to do the no res, and we're going to do the bid. I'm not sure what he's going to think at this point. He does bid 0. People will sometimes bid extra because they have the Stimac money anyway. So what can we do here? If we trace for 6, he won't be, if we trace even for 1, he won't be able to trash the ash. Oh, this is stuck behind here. I can't see how much money's on the stim hack. None, okay. So we're going to keep our agenda. We're going to lose the Caprice, but we're going to keep... We might even keep the Breaker Bay. He pays the Trace, so we can trash the Caprice. And then all he wants to know if it's something else, like... Well, I install Advanced the Vitruvius, so really it could have been anything. He's going to imp the NAPD. Sure, we don't really want that anyway. I mean, maybe leaving it there and imping the ash is better. So I got to put that display somewhere that's not on top of the stim hack or the score area. Should I get rid of this little banner here at the top about actually paying the money? That's close enough. Okay, so that turn could have been better, but also could have been worse, and he's now completely out of gas. We're gonna actually just put our Eve for free, and we'll recover our money. So that Breaker Bay, if anyone's counting, is now at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 4 more. It's now at $14 of value for that. Oh, bother. He's coming. Oh, we should have maybe trashed our Director Haas through overdraw somehow. Because right now, we're going to lose our Director Haas to Imp. I'd be happy if he paid 5 for it, but he's not. So, yeah, I think misplay in the last turn. We should have maybe installed the Caprice and been at 0. We could still have res the Eli in that sense. Yeah, it was pretty avoidable. At least the Caprice part. Unless Adonis is kind of good. Like the thing is, he has to levy soon. So I actually don't mind just putting this out because a random next ice is going to boost our next ice count slightly. Which probably won't matter, but it could. And if he doesn't go after it, we're pretty far ahead. He just levies this turn, sure. He's thinking about his 4th action. He has a stim. He has a brain damage, so he has to think about what to play. Yeah, that's probably fine. This IQ is probably fine. We just need to get our money together. That's all. We can res it for $1, and then it'll get bigger later on. That's potentially quite nice. I would have clicked Katie here. Like the odds that I have Snatch and Grab to kill the Katie if he clicks it are pretty low. Okay, another Adonis is really good for us. Do we want this Mother Goddess? We don't not want it. I'm about ready to just purge him next turn, since we have our money rolling in. And this time we'll have enough money to not only res this IQ, but also play a good Ash Trace. Even if he has the second stim hack. Yeah, we'll just purge the sucker out. I mean, draw is probably okay too. Like draw, hedge. But I don't really want a gen in the next few turns. Like I will if I get a 5-3, I'll overwrite the rest of the Eve campaign. It's just chaining liberated. Okay. Another booth. That's quite nice. This IQ, it's still gonna be good if we manage to draw enough cards. I think it's good enough to leave there for $1. I wonder if we could kill this with a Parasite for 0. If he does, we're far ahead. Probably just pay one with the zoo to go past it. Yeah, he will. The next bronze and another $2 tax here. So he kind of has to check in case I was playing a 3-2. I didn't want to overwrite my my EU campaign. Uh, 17. So 8, 16, 2 actions, 20 something. He needs the stim hack to get in. I'm going to do it this turn. I think it's right. Like, both our Caprice are in the trash since we lost the second one quite clumsily. But this is still about as good as we're going to get in the near future. I really don't want him to get it out of the HQ just by randomly running there with, like, for whatever reason. It's coming in for sucker tokens. I mean, the sucker token is not that relevant to us. I'm not going to spend 4 when I keep that 4 for the trace here. This is actually great. We're forcing him to pay $4 on this Eli because he doesn't want to risk another next bronze. Oh, that's still in there as well, but he's just not going to go for anything else. Okay. That was a nuisance a while. We just didn't find a Jackson. We have 2 in 17 chance to draw it. So, shouldn't be too long. Does he have the stim hack? Let's go in archives again. Really? What does that get him? He wants to clone ship. He doesn't even have a Yogg. The second sucker token just lets him beat Grim. Is that what he's thinking about? Yeah, there is the stim hack. Yep, we're gonna have to do a trace 11 or 10 to keep him out. So we just need to do trace plus 6 makes 10. He has no link. And will he trash the Breaker Bay this time? He does not. Because he figures it's too late, perhaps. Would have been nice to be able to save that NAPD with Jackson, but it just didn't come up. And he would have been able to save it if once we scored this. So this was kind of his last turn to get that NAPD. So he's on 2 brains, his second go through, has a full breaker set. And our deck has actually got 5 and 17 agendas, so he's in decent shape to just top deck the win. Unfortunately. So in our deck, we've got a Cyber Dex. That's pretty nice. We've got an Interns. That's pretty nice. It's basically the only relevant cards and then a lot of agendas. Yeah, I'm feeling fairly unhappy with this. He can break the booth cheaply one more time, then he's paying full price again. But we're in a place where we're going to have to just... Okay, that's what we need. How do you guess the legwork? High. Can't do a lot about it, though. He doesn't win on the 2-pointer, so I'm fine giving that away. Forgot to use my Hades fragment. That's important. Because diluting the agendas in the deck is what we need to do. So Deja stim hack here. Or no, he wants his... He can go for a medium dig. It might be the time for that. Medium imp, yep. That's definitely what he needs to do. Interesting. Medium dig. So should have done this before. We're going to do it now. Better wait than never, I guess. We're going to send back the hedge fund. I think an untrashable is best because then he can't just whatever. Hedge. And yeah, we'll do next bronze. I mean, you can play the Ash onto the R&D if we want to. Another 2 for Breaker Bay, so it's at like 16 bucks now. That's probably the best we got. I mean, drawing gives us 1 more on our IQ. Probably neither here or there. He may legwork us, which is bad, but we can't really help that either. Drawing would help slightly. I'm hoping he'll think we only drew 1 agenda and pitched the rest, or actually it doesn't make sense because we didn't pitch anything. Yeah, he's got a lot of good lines here. I think running the remote's a dead end, but running R&D or HQ with multi-access is strong. He has the 1x legwork, and his deck is almost empty. He might have been drawing for it just now. Because if he wanted to go medium, he could just install medium and run. And then he'd see, what, probably 3 cards. See, oh, yeah, there's the legwork. I think that's smart. We may have drawn a little too much, or maybe we didn't draw enough. Maybe we should have drawn more and tossed them back. I guess considering how far down he was in his deck, he had a good chance to have seen it. I think there's a lot of smaller errors that have added up in this game. Well, if you hadn't gone, if you gone for the R&D play, I think we'd have a better chance to be okay. There's 3 and 14. Oh my god, no way. Oh, well, our 25% chance. 25% chance. Unbelievable. That was crazy. Thought we were goners for sure. Yeah, his medium deck would have not. Well, if we saw 3 cards, he would have got it. No, actually, he doesn't because he needs 3-pointer. Yeah. Well, tough luck for him, I guess. It was close. Thanks for watching, guys.